This ain't just a podcast. This is the heartbeat of the beat promoter community. News, updates, indie music delivered in a whole new way. Welcome to the BPR BlogCast.
It started with a blog, yeah, we kept y'all in the loop. News, alerts, updates, every week we drop the scoop. But hold up, we thought, let's turn it up a gear. Make the news hit different, something fresh for your ear. So we flipped the script, put the words on the mic. Took the blog to the podcast, now the vibe just right. BPR BlogCast, yeah, the movement was born. Now we live every week, Wednesday night, locked on.
Yo, what's up, fam? You are now tapped in with another episode of the BPR BlogCast. And this one right here, it's episode 5, and it's a big one. I'm your host, Jay Reed.
And I'm Tay Simone, back in the mix with all the vibes, updates, and exclusives straight from the Beat Promoters universe. We got a lot to get into. New segments, new interviews, and new opportunities for artists to shine. So let's not waste any time.
All right, first up, let's get into this week's recent live streams recap. We had 2 major live streams go down over on the Beat Promoters Radio YouTube channel.
The first one, AI is here. Will we adapt or get left behind? When this one dropped, it got real. We had a full breakdown on how AI is changing the music industry, especially for indie artists and producers.
We talk new tools, real-world strategies, and ways to stay ahead of the curve instead of getting caught behind it.
And then last week, we had another live stream called Big Updates, AI Talk, and the Future of Beat Promoters. It was packed with announcements, community Q&A, and a peek into where we're headed.
If you missed either one, go back and catch the replays on youtube.com at Beat Promoters Radio. Trust me, you don't want to miss those gems.
Next up, time to open the vault and check out this week's classified intel. We call this one the Jones Files.
The Jones Files. The Jones Files. Open the vault. It's time to go wild. The Jones Files. The Jones Files. Secrets unlocked in the BPR style. Hidden ideas deep in the stacks. Jones got the blueprint, never looking back. The Jones Files.
Every week, we give you a sneak peek into what our guy Jones on the beat has been building behind the scenes. It's all under wraps, but we'll let a few things slip.
So here's the word. Jones is cooking up a brand new system that gives music producers serious promo inside the BPR BlogCast. Imagine this. During AI artist interviews, your beat plays in the background while an on-screen promo shows your producer name, the beat title, and a call to action that says, like the beat playing right now? Grab the download link in the video description. We're talking full featured producer shoutouts, direct beat store links, and built-in promo, all baked right into every BlogCast episode.
And it don't stop there. We're hearing about affiliate systems, upgraded artist tools, and a whole new wave of automation that's going to make promotion 10 times easier. But hey, we'll keep the rest in the files. For now.
You know what time it is. It's time to check the pulse of the culture with Culture Clock.
Culture clock, hey! Culture clock, let's go! Culture clock, woo!
Your weekly dose of good news only from hip-hop and pop culture. Let's celebrate what's moving the culture forward.
No drama, no politics, just highlights, milestones, and reasons to clap it up. Let's get into it.
First up, this one's for the OGs. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are linking again, but not for music. They're opening a 4-story venue in downtown Nashville called the Still GIN Lounge. Full West Coast energy, live DJs, and their own gin brand on deck. A hip-hop lounge in the middle of country territory? That's a cultural bridge, for real.
That move definitely raises questions. Why Nashville? What kind of impact is this going to have on the scene out there? Y'all drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Next up, Erykah Badu just announced her first album in 15 years, and she's teaming up with The Alchemist. That combo right there, totally unexpected. Soul meets street in a whole new way.
That's dope. I can't wait to see what that's going to sound like. Y'all think Erykah about to give us another classic? Drop your predictions below. That project could change the temperature in music right now.
Also gotta salute Joey Badass for stepping into a mentorship role as artist in residence at Columbia University. That's real legacy work. Teaching, leading, and being present for the culture in an academic space.
And this one's fun. North Carolina might officially make P.D. Pablo's Raise Up their state hip-hop anthem. That song is iconic, and if it gets passed, that's hip-hop making history.
So out of all these stories, Jay and I want to know your thoughts. Hit the comments and let us know.
Because the culture clock never stops ticking, and neither do we. Now we're stepping into one of our favorite parts of the BlogCast, Control, Alt AI. This is where we take time to reset how the culture thinks about AI in music.
We get it. Some producers and artists still feel uneasy about AI, but this ain't about replacing nobody. It's about empowering you.
AI is the next wave of music technology. Just like drum machines, DAWs, auto-tune, it's a tool. And right now, it's a tool that can help you get your power back as an indie creative.
From faster workflows to innovative ways to promote yourself, AI can be a major unlock. And we'll keep bringing you real examples every week.
If you're still skeptical, stick around. We'll show you the vision.
Now it's time for a big moment. Our first official human artist feature on the BlogCast.
This week's Spotlight interview is with rapper SaltLyfe, who just dropped a powerful new track that delivers truth with conviction. We sat down with SaltLyfe here at the Beat Promoter Studios. Here's how that convo went down. Your new single has that raw, aggressive energy with a real message behind it. What inspired the vibe, and what do you want listeners to walk away with after hearing it?
So what inspired the vibe was, my partner Ayo Bars and my manager Maximus Prime. They said that my style should be put on a drill type of beat, but not actually a drill type of song, because they know what I stand for. So it was just giving you a raw look into, who I used to be versus who I am now. It's kind of a warning, but at the same time, like, I'm not moving like that. I'm not getting down, with the negativity and none of that good stuff, man. And it was a very good beat to be able to just let my style just flow into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that drill sound, my flow, my cadence, my aggression, perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that I really don't mess with a lot of people. I'll be out here by myself most of the time, if I'm not with my team or whatever, man. And that's just what it is.
You said you think different than most and use your own life and education in your music. What's a life lesson that really changed how you approach your sound?
Number one would be not taking life for granted, man. I used to be a very negative person, and it wasn't until some very life-altering situations and my life happened to change my outlook on life. When it comes to kids, when it comes to relationships. So, in doing that, when I became more of a positive figure to not only myself, but to my children, to friends, family, that actually opened me up a lot to say, I don't want to be the person I used to be no more. I'm very smart. I have a different way of thinking. And I'm very knowledgeable a lot about life because I've been through so many things. So I don't want to sit here and keep portraying what's tearing down everything around me and in my community. And that's how, I ended up changing my stage name from Kid Salt to SaltLyfe, because I was no longer a kid anymore. I'm grown. I think differently. I want to show that it's nothing wrong with being intelligent when it comes to rap, hip hop music. So, it's become one of those things that's an inspiration to a lot of people, man. And I'm very appreciative of my own change.
You've been through the streets, made positive changes, and grown a lot. How has your past shaped who you are as an artist today? And what do you want people to understand about that growth?
I feel like if you've never been through anything, then you won't know the mistakes that can come from making the wrong decisions. And so with that being said, you never have anything to learn from. I'm one of those people who had to learn the hard way. It wasn't because I literally had to. It's just the type of person that I am, whether past or present. I am the type of person who likes to get dirty, get muddy, figure it out from the bottom, and then see what change can be made on the way to the top. So that's really what shaped me into who I am today. It sharpened every tool in my arsenal when it comes to rapping. I've always been a lover of music. When it came to rapping, I was always considered one of those ones that's different. And now that I am who I am today, I've embraced that change, that difference. So when people still call me Kid Salt, in and out the city or whatever, and I make sure that I correct and let them know, hey, it's SaltLyfe now. I'm way better, way smarter, and way sharper than what I used to be. You understand? So what I want people to understand about growth, man, eventually it's going to come to a time where you have to embrace it, man. We're not getting any younger. We're getting older, bro. And if you don't open your eyes and see what's going on around you, man, and realize that you have the power to be able to change situations around you, you just gonna stay stuck in that hamster wheel, man. Straight up.
You mentioned knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as major keys in life. What's one piece of game you drop on someone who's stuck in survival mode right now?
When your back is against that wall, you have no choice but to fight yourself out, from being on that wall. One thing that also teaches, man, is being observative of everyone around you. Because, if for a person to have their back against the wall means they weren't paying attention to even the smallest details, man. And you can really get yourself in a situation where you never needed to be or never had to be, had you just kind of paid attention to the smaller, finer details. So a person being in survival mode, because I've been there multiple times in my life, man. A person being in survival mode, man. Look, when you are in that situation, that's where true strength comes from. Being uncomfortable. You're never going to be comfortable being in survival mode. I'm a firm believer on you have to make yourself uncomfortable in order to find your true strength. Where do you fit in this world? What are you good at? Because without that, being comfortable, you just coasting by. You're never even worried about what's going on around you, what's taking place. And you just miss things all the time, being comfortable and settled. Fake it, me.
You're aiming to be a top-tier artist and connect with the right people. What does that next level look like for you? And what's the first move that's getting you closer?
Next level for me looks like, me controlling my narrative as far as, what I do with my music, how to market myself, how to put the right pieces around me when it comes to people in their positions and roles that they play around. Being a natural leader is just something that I picked up. So, I like to have people in places so that way everybody can focus on one thing instead of one or two people trying to focus on everything. So, one of the first moves that I have recently made is regaining full control of my career. I'm not an artist that's a one trick pony, or I have tunnel vision for this lane. I stand in many different lanes. I'm a very versatile artist. So I feel like, okay, one day I can make a country track. We're gonna throw it over there. We're gonna market it over there in the country. One day I might make a street type of track. All right, well, we're gonna throw this over there. I've never been the type of artist to just stay in one lane. I just can't do that. Being a lover of all types of music, that's an influence of my style, of my music. So when it come down to it, total control of what I do, and anybody who I bring around, or any business deals, partnerships that I choose to consider or even make, has to make sense where it comes into, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to put me in a position where I'm headed to? Because if not, I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I don't want anybody to waste my time. So just know, when we come down to that table, man, when we have a seat, we gonna take a look at everything, man. What can we do? How can we make this work for sure?
We always close things out by giving artists the mic one last time. Here's your chance to let folks know where to find you and what's coming next.
So where can we find you online? Shout out your socials and let us know what to look out for next.
Yes, sir. You can find me, SaltLyfe. That's spelled SaltLyfe, not the company SaltLyfe. I'm different, you know what I'm saying? All platforms, TikTok and Instagram, I am SaltLyfe. Facebook, SaltLyfe. YouTube, SaltLyfe. On all streaming platforms, music, SaltLyfe, all that good stuff, man. What we got coming is a summer hit, you know what I'm saying, for the ladies, man. We gonna bring them ladies outside, you know what I'm saying. So and then there is, an upcoming EP, Jump Off in That Water Volume 3, man. That's on the way too, bruh. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, follow me, man. Link up with me if I come to your city, because we do move around a lot, man. I do link up with a lot of artists, a lot of promoters, all that good stuff, man. So when you see it, you know it. Get in there.
Big shout out to SaltLyfe for coming through with a raw, honest look into his life, his mindset, and his mission. Y'all go stream his music, run up his YouTube, and follow him at I am SaltLyfe on IG. That's spelled at IAMSALTLYFE.
Before we bounce, we got a little sneak peek for y'all.
We're hearing rumors about a BlogCast store coming soon, where artists can lock in automatic features, shout outs, links in the episode, IG story repost, and more.
If you've been wanting that extra promo push, this might be the shortcut. More info on that coming real soon.
And don't forget to subscribe to Beat Promoters Weekly, our official newsletter where you get the early scoop on everything we're building.
That's it for episode 5 of the BPR BlogCast. Catch y'all next time. Stay creative, stay indie, and stay you.
Peace.
Look, this ain't just fashion. It's a lifestyle, a movement, a statement. Every beat you build, every idea you flip. Let them know the grind is real. Get the shirt, cop the bag. Be the movement, beat make a grind. Only at Beat Promoters Merch.